We're still in Hayoi. Still shadow running. And I believe we were going to consider talking to Kindly at the Mahjong Parlor before going on another run, because all of our team members have gone there.
Yes.
We do have this cool Hollywood sleaze thing, or Bollywood rather, and this corporate whistleblowing thing, but hearing Kindly Cheng's information, even though there is some risk of it like advancing the plot, if we don't do it, we're not going to be able to talk to people and ask them, what do you think about the last mission? So,
yep.
There we go. I'll save the game just in case some terrible amount of plot advancement happens. Alright, well, there's in fact the guy we want to do the next job for. But yeah.
It is pretty fun to see Gaichu here, to be fair. Like,
why is he allowed into the building, or for that matter, into the city?
Well, I mean, he's very finely dressed for a zombie with a sword.
Yeah, I guess technically he's not allowed in the city. Like, the last time the HKPF heard where he is, they sent troops to try and kill him. Mind you, they do that for the rest of us as well. Let's see what Kindly wants. She said she'd found the plastic-faced man in the middle of emptying 2 shopping bags. Okay. Gun. Whoa! Whoops. I am sorry about that strange noise. That was me accidentally dropping an air conditioner remote control. It's completely unimportant. Forget about it. What I was going to say was, Kindly has guns and liquor, which are basically all you need.
Yeah, so large caliber pistol. Kindly does not seem like the large caliber pistol. I know that the thing about large caliber pistols is they make you seem cool.
Mm-hmm. They're good for
but I think she'd kill us much better with a small caliber pistol. Like, we're not walking in here with, great body armor.
Well,
and we've got.
It used to be. We actually bought some body armor recently.
It is, but if she wanted to kill us and she wanted to make it quick, she'd snap off at the wrist, or she'd stabilize her wrist and her arm or whatever.
Bomb in one of those cigars.
It's the whole thing about how just having a hand cannon isn't great.
She's also got a guy called Strangler Bao, but we've never seen him.
Yeah, but he doesn't strangle anyone.
So he's not much of a threat, really.
Yeah, maybe he should have the high caliber gun because he doesn't actually use his hands.
He is holding a gun in the sprite here. Let's ask how her trip went. Her voice is filled with a rusty energy.
I don't know what that means. I guess that means that she's got has a cough.
Okay, so Kindly says she's hasn't found the plastic-faced man, found information that will lead us to the plastic-faced man, and our conversation options are weird. Like, why?
We are continuing a discussion we had before, which was the most important discussion we had before, which was whether we all believe Raymond Black is dead or not, and we don't.
No, we don't. But I guess we could just assert that. Do we even?
No, I think we should do the third option. I think the third option is the best option here.
Certainly, it's going to interest Kindly. It's just a relationship makes it sound weird.
No, it doesn't matter. No, we need to come back at her with something that we have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're claiming that Raymond Black is fiction, or
all of this is true. Actually,
it's literally the same thing 3 times. In fact,
I think the second option is the best and most direct one.
Yeah, I mean, I dispute this claim that he's not Raymond Black. I feel like both of these are names for the same person. Like, you can have signifiers that are not the same as the signified. Okay, that explains where Edward went when he disappeared years ago.
Fuck's sake, woman. Well, at least we're now talking factually to each other. Right?
If Gobbert had said Seattle, she'd be talking to Danny Flash here, but that's not what Kindly means. So she used to know Raymond Black, and she just didn't know it, as it were. Didn't realize they were the same person. So
not sure I believe you, Kindly Cheng. I think that's probably been something I could say about every single interaction we've had so far, but I don't think I believe her.
I believe her when she calls Josephine an inbred little goat whore. I think that's her true,
right, sure.
True
yeah,
opinion.
Yeah, she likes to say shit.
Yeah.
Like, everyone loves to say shit, and especially if you're good at saying shit, you say shit all the time. And Kindly Cheng says shit all the time. But she hasn't dragged... The only person she's dragged onto a tarp and killed in front of us was a cop who didn't know where the fuck he was.
But she does have information about, profitable criminal enterprises.
Yeah.
Like, that much I believe in her for. And we've got information here about at the very least, it's a criminal enterprise. We'll see whether it would be profitable or not.
Well, time to drink.
The identity of the plastic-faced man. Lee Tai Lung.
Lee Tai Lung.
Independent contractor.
Fucking gig economy bullshit.
It's just a fixer, but you contact him on an app.
Yeah.
Shadowy right hand. Takes a long pull of the stinking bottle. Okay, and we know where he is. Okay, or how to get to him at least.
Xiaoxi.
Mei. Complete itinerary. Cool. This is looking good. So kindly wants us to kidnap him.
Last option seems right.
That does sound like what
like
we're
you
supposed to
repeat
do.
what she says back to her so that she can verify.
Yeah. It's always good if someone reads your credit card number over the phone. It's all very straightforward until it's not. Okay, so his plastic face does something. It wipes his memory. Huh.
We are fucking around with the guy from Memento. Like, we're gonna run into this
a
guy.
more voluntary version, though. He's not losing his
And
long-term memories.
he's gonna look at us and he's gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's not gonna be lying.
Well, when he sees us, because he sees us, he will forget who we are, so that we can't ask him about it.
We gotta strike him from the assassinate zone if you've ever played.
Cripes, and kindly
Assassin's
says that
Creed.
her opinion on the plastic face of memory loss is that we got to figure out what to do about it. Okay.
Well, yes, of course. We have to figure out what to do about it. It's very important.
Well, thankfully, Isabel has an idea.
We're gonna have to bring Isabel.
Dreamland. Okay, she doesn't have an idea. She knows who has an idea. Okay, we've got to find Dreamland.
All right, fair enough.
Might as well call her Sandman or something. Memory wiping, not memory manipulating, net hacker type. Metaphors are happening. Okay. Duncan wants to be part of this. Sure, fine. I mean, yes.
We'll bring him.
No objections to that.
Like as long as the game tells us that it is going to be the plastic face man snatch mission.
Yeah, well, I mean, he said no matter who you bring to snatch him, he wants to be there when we get out the information from the guy, which is probably we're getting, as Gobbert is pointing out, we should all be there. And then kindly wants us to kill the guy. That's probably okay at this point. We do kill people for money, if it's not too morally objectionable. And in this case, well, I mean, possibly the plastic-faced man will tell us some kind of sob story which makes us not want to do that. It worked for Guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet this is actually gonna be a decision point. Look, the guy's been wiping his memory. He's gonna turn out to be like our actual father or some shit.
That would be interesting. But kindly thinks it's the point of principle. Maybe she will get.
All right, no. All right, yeah, it is a point of principle, but Nightjar for fucking what? All right, Nightjar sucked ass.
Nightjar's to the one she actually liked.
Well, yeah, but she shouldn't have liked him. He was a piece of shit. That guy sucked ass.
So I'll just confirm here what kindly is actually telling us, which is do side quests first.
Yeah, business is business.
And experience points are experience points. Yeah, everyone just leaves. They're just gone now. Okay, I guess we're back in normal mode.
We can talk to them about the last run, I suppose.
Yeah, although there's probably only any point in talking to the people who are actually there, as we've discovered repeatedly. It doesn't do much otherwise. Alright, so yeah, let's quickly talk to our party members. We've already done our shopping, haven't we? And then we can head off to try and
I think
blackmail.
We're doing the tissue stamp? No. Which one are we doing? We're doing one of these two.
The Bollywood one is longer standing. Like, we've been making Dr. Shenyang wait for a long time at this point. Should probably get on that.
So our last party members are Gobbet, Ractor, and Gaichu.
Yes. Gobbet is presumably in the Gobbet hole. A little lair. Actually, it doesn't look all that messy in here, does it?
I mean, it looks the same as it always does, which is weirdly chic.
The rat
kind of like
thing is
college dorm room. Like, this is a cool kid's house, right?
The rat statue is actually really nicely sculpted. I mean, I guess it is her religious idol. Also, check out Danny Flash's new armor. It looks absurd. This is like armor 8, which means it's covering less of his body than ever
This is some Final Fantasy X X2.
I guess that's what we should have expected for high-level monk armor.
Yeah.
Hey, Gobbet. Oh, she's trying to roast a duck. Okay, that's not going well.
She's turduckening. Okay.
Good first duck.
Jesus Christ, woman. Just consult YouTube. Fuck.
There are a lot of cooking shows out there, and she hasn't watched any of them. But I'm hungry now, and I've got this duck.
Jesus Christ. You can't...
There's
so much fat in a duck.
Yeah. That's, she's, going into rat mode. Yeah, I think well, okay, let's ask about the last one.
Ask her...
You think... Or shall we
I want to
what the
ask
hell is
her
going on?
about her herself, yes.
Yeah. Preoccupied. We brought up some bad memories by asking about the other rat group she was with before the mutiny thing. I don't really.
When rat shamans get extremely agitated, they fuck up roasting a duck.
I'll have to remember that stereotype. See whether it's actually true with a sample size greater than 1.
Alright, so I'm calling a lie on the first sentence here. I think she does actually do the haunted by my demons of the past thing.
She just might not have realized that's what it was. What about Cad and Mal? These were survivors. Mal was the leader, wasn't she, of the group?
And Cad was the, kind of support guy?
Yeah, the guy who she had to talk into not killing her.
Yes.
I mean, if this is some kind of potential side quest, I'm all for it. Okay. Not without a good reason.
Alright, that's a lie. Let's read the last part of this dialogue.
I mean, I agree that the psychic sewage of the walled city dreams could be affecting her mood. It's just that, you'd have reason to think about this stuff anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, if someone from Gobbet's past comes back to meet us, I'm expecting it to be the team she set on fire.
Holy fuck, it's 15 minutes from here?
Okay. Yeah, come on. Don't want to go back there if I don't have to. It might be upsetting, but she will actually contact them because it's actually easy to do.
Alright, it's first option.
Yeah. Can I get back to my duck? After you tell me about that last run.
She's fucking the duck.
No.
That's the joke. That's a joke.
No. I will not countenance this.
Not actually fucking the duck in the Tumblr sense, just fucking up.
She's fucked up the duck, yes. That's right. The Shangri-La restaurant. Oh, nice. Stole some silverware. The Talon is dead. Yes, I agree with this. Cool, thanks. Okay, and she's sure everything will be fine. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure that little sentence there, that little codicil, means that we will be getting a side quest.
Yeah, it seems very plausible, doesn't it? I don't suppose Isabel wants to tell us about that cat, does she?
It is insane that Isabel is over here because her rig is on the other side of this table.
I still think they just didn't want to model her sitting down in the chair.
Yeah.
Also, she looks fucked up as well.
But I'm pretty sure they already did. I'm pretty sure we have actually had interactions with Isabel in that chair.
Yeah. I'm actually just going to go with the first answer here. Just tell me what's going on. Because, this soft touch approach doesn't work so well. She doesn't really do social subtlety. She's not forgetting the Kowloon memories.
Last option. Third option.
Yep. Agreed. Perfect record of every shitty thing that I saw and felt. So extracting the memories from her brain and then re-injecting them back in technologically has actually made them clearer.
Alright, so we are veterans of the World of Darkness tabletop RPG, so we know what eidetic memory is.
Yeah, of course. It's by far the best way to optimize your skill point allocation.
Yep, it's a great 2-dot merit in the mental care category. So I can't tell. I can't understand why she has a problem with it. Why wouldn't you want to remember every single thing exactly as it happened to you?
I mean, Depends on what the things
All right,
are, doesn't
first
it?
option doesn't sound like it would be helpful.
No, it's a rude option. Like, just kind of comparing
Neither
it
does
with the arm.
yeah, neither does the third. I think second is what we need to go with.
Yeah, because the third sounds a bit like, please repeatedly re-traumatize yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the plan is that this will be temporary. It's just that for now, she's got the strong memories. Okay. So Isabel wants us to rush the main quest. We won't be doing that. I apologize, but we don't have to. We can get answers. Okay.
No, we can just ask questions.
Okay. We can attempt to get answers. All right, Kowloon. I wonder, when we do meet the plastic-faced man, I'm assuming we managed to successfully kidnap him, is he going to tell us, will he know anything about what happened when the walled city was rebuilt? Because, his memories have probably been wiped a dozen times since then.
I don't think I have reached that point in the plot. I'm actually very certain I haven't.
Mm-hmm.
But my guess is that we will corner him, get him on the floor, get him in position, and then Duncan's going to rip off his mask and blow his memory.
Oh, God. That sounds very likely, doesn't it? If that happens, and Kindly's... Yeah.
Kindly won't do shit, because Kindly won't remove a party member, because Kindly is a paper tiger.
As long as we're profitable, she is. Yeah, I'm starting... I mean, we're powerful enough now as a group.
Yes.
It would be harder for her to just eliminate us. That's interesting. So, Isabel's suggesting we ask Gobbet about Gobbet helping her get out of the walled city. I have another question, apparently, even though the last one I asked didn't go well. Okay, that's all for now.
Nope, we don't.
I don't have another question.
Maybe they should just hide that option if there is a go back to main menu as the only response. Let's talk to Gaishu and Rector, and then head out.
Okay.
Wait.
No, Gobbet doesn't want to talk right now. Downstairs, down the hatch. Nothing new to say to Duncan, probably. What does Rector think of the last mission? He thinks he's got a burning cigarette clenched between his teeth.
He's so cool.
He does. I mean, you can see it in his portrait.
Well, always.
If I have access to
that's not a burning cigarette. You can sort of look at it and see it's kind of like bent. That's a joint.
My
man,
one, but yeah, it could be.
My man is getting loud.
About right. Oh. The last run. Tell me about it. Reasonably pleasant outing. Took a man into custody.
He's not wrong, I guess. His Koshei performed to expectation.
Yeah, we had a big fight at the end. It wasn't ideal, but apart from that, it's all good. Shall we... Do we want to poke at him more about his past, or go move on?
Yeah. It's been a while.
I have no secrets to keep. Oh yeah, I want to know about this drone self-repair system. Specifically, I want to know whether it's going to give Koshei a combat buff in the future. 3 distinct elements. Alright. I'm going to ask for the long version here because I actually want to know what they're talking about, what they've come up with. Alright. An outer skin the drone can be wrapped in. A polymer composite interlaced with microtubules. Incredible.
Biomimetic means that this is at least partially a organic
well, that's the whole thing he's going for with Koshei, isn't he? He's trying to kind of... I mean, it's a machine, but he thinks of it as kind of creating life.
But I mean, he's not very particular or discreet about that. He talks about Koshei like it's a dog.
Yep.
And that's not an insult. He talks about it like it's a dog, like something with emotions that is responsive to him.
So the drone can make its own parts, repair itself. This reminds me of the swarms from Horizon Zero Dawn. What was the silk part? Finally, the system had a magical component.
See, that's smart though, because if you are a body modder, you keep replacing parts of yourself with tech, with cyberware. You can't access the magical whatever. Ractor doesn't do that. Ractor stays pure. Ractor is a guy who can access the magical wherever. but then he can enchant the fucking bot.
Wonder who we got to do it. And what is the magical component? Don't tell me Koshi's possessed by a... Rendered the system self-perpetuating. Yes. So he wanted a perpetual motion machine.
He's put a golden lab spirit into this. That's my reading. He's put a dog into the fucking machine, and the dog is enjoying just fucking threshing people.
I wonder.
Second option is interesting.
Yeah, is there a hard limit? Danny Flesh seems to think so.
I mean, it's a good question for a physical adept.
Technically, that point is the limit is 6. In fact, you can have a total of 6 essence and cyberware. There will be a problem. A workaround will present itself. Of this, I am certain.
Second option again.
I don't know. I want to ask, like, has he got some specific plan?
Oh, yeah. You want to ask about religion.
His beliefs are rooted in his observations and experiences.
That's not a denial, man. That's not an observation on faith. Just talking about what you've seen. Preachers always talk about what they've seen.
Yeah, we'll have to. And the personal communions they've heard. I'll have to ask him about that some more in the future. Interesting. He is an interesting guy.
Guide you.
Okay.
Oh, there is a
Welcome
new question. A new observation point in this room after we're done speaking to this man.
Oh, okay. Well,
we were talking about your father bailing you out of jail.
Actually, haven't we already done this chat thing about the Hagakure?
Yes, I think so, because this was the first time that an academic etiquette was useful at all.
Yeah, I'm just picking the same conversation options we did last time because we've already done this.
I've been, to pull out the curtain a little bit, I have been perusing the wikis, and Gaichu's talking bits are a bit buggy.
Well, it wasn't a very serious
not in the
bug.
sense, not in the sense that we will like lock ourselves out of anything, but that we will get repeated dialogues like this, or we will get access to stuff we shouldn't have access to yet.
Oh well, it sounds like we're a significant chunk of the way through the game, so it doesn't matter too much if there's bits of repetition, and would be rather that than missing things. So he enjoyed the last run.
Yeah.
Going to a cool restaurant, kidnapping a guy, killing some other guys.
We have done this city a service by killing him. He's right.
It's true that the Talon was just kind of an asshole. Like, he wasn't even loyal. It's just dangerous, basically.
Alright, so ask him about his father bailing him out of jail.
I don't... For some reason, I don't care as much about his backstory, but... if you don't want to talk
Second option. God damn it.
The second option's rude. That's not very...
Yes, but I like being rude, and I want to learn the backstory.
I reckon the third one will bait him into telling us more.
Fine.
There we are, see? It's all good.
That's just passive-aggressive, though.
Yeah. It's like part of the douchebag creed. If you're wearing sunglasses indoors at night on a boat, you've got to be passive-aggressive sometimes. Yeah. Okay, so his father bailing him out of jail after he stole that truck or something. They didn't get along well. Yasujiro.
Oh, he calls his father by the first name. Okay.
It's a cool name.
That's where their relation... Yeah, I mean, it is a cool name. I'm not sure that's his, perspective on it.
Yeah.
I just think, if you're at the point where you're calling your father by his first name, there's some stuff going on, or it's a very specific family thing.
Refused to reveal what had been forced to do in exchange. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, Shiawase would not have been particularly inclined to help out a scion of Renraku, would they?
No.
The deal would have been lucrative but not secret. Gaichu had regrets.
He always had a sense of place. Gaichu owns, by the way. He really rules.
I mean, it's He's reasonable. He's a very reasonable person in his circumstances. Like, even his backstory is about, like, oh, I fucked up, and then I realized I'd fucked up, and I had to be more careful from then on. It's reasonable.
I mean, sure. I mean, he's incredibly ideological. I mean, he's reasonable for an incredibly ideological samurai who is a zombie.
Yeah, that's right. For a samurai zombie, very practical person.
Interesting. I mean, it's an interesting place to be, philosophically.
Mm-hmm. Camping.
We are not going to besmirch camping. Second option.
Yeah, second option. The others are just weird. So I'm not just make claims about where the Japanese people go camping. Historical and cultural significance. Hunt wild deer and boar using an antique arquebus. He really wants to be from several centuries ago, doesn't he?
He wants to be from several centuries, over on the other side of the planet. An arquebus is not... I mean, they got some in the... okay. So, when Japan got firearms, they got black powder, they got rifles. An arquebus is a little old for when the West made contact with Japan.
Maybe he's mistranslated it. I don't know.
But an arquebus is really fucking cool looking, so I respect hunting deer with an arquebus in 2063 or whatever the fuck this is.
Perhaps ironically, hunting with my father is how I learned to prepare raw meat.
What?
He's referring to cannibalism here.
Sure. No, I know, but
but what's so I know the irony bit. What exactly is he saying? It doesn't matter.
You're not gonna hunt deer or whatever, animals of that sort. I don't think. Does Japan have deer?
Everywhere has deer. You can't get rid of them.
I mean, it's an island. I'm pretty sure if they tried, they could get rid of them.
Yeah, but
they haven't got rid of the
monkeys
all the
because they didn't want to get married. But it takes effort.
There are so many deer. Look, Japan is a government that does things on purpose. If they wanted to get rid of the deer, they could get rid of the deer. But killing animals and preparing them for eating, you don't do it raw unless you're like Timothée Chalamet in an art film.
Which this guy is, to be fair. He's very much an art film character. Now he's talking about how he did cut off his family ties when he became a samurai, despite having loved his father, and so on. He's like, applicants must be human, Japanese, and utterly devoted to Renraku.
That's a weird human and Jap. Alright, so what are the applicants that don't satisfy the first condition, but the next two?
Orcs and elves. He means human, as opposed to humanoid.
Okay, well that should be a capital H then.
I am not familiar with the Kempetai. Well, okay, Danny Flesh is apparently.
Yeah, alright, the academic etiquette is useful again.
He knows random shit, not necessarily useful.
He's a weeb. It's weeb shit is what it is, because that is Imperial Ministerial Police, right?
Why would you be familiar with this? The answer is if you studied history, I guess. But,
the Kempetai are they're the Interior Ministry after Nobunaga, right?
No, I mean, I don't know. I had never heard of them before today. I'm learning something.
Neither, kind of, I have. But I'm pretty sure that's who they are. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm the weeb.
Military police, basically. They sound like...
they sound like the Interior Ministry. There's a lot of... if you have consumed Japanese media from a period about 150 years before now, media that is about 150 years before now, you have heard about the Interior Ministry, and I'm pretty sure he's talking about the Kempetai.
Fair enough. An organization with little oversight, broad powers, and simple recruitment methods.
Well, yeah.
But why do they exist in the year 2060?
Oh, because Shadowrun is kind of just a way to throw everything at the dartboard.
Yeah.
A youth brigade.
So he's talking about how he joined a quasi-fascist youth program as a preparation for joining the corporate samurai. Okay.
I mean, that all makes sense. Yeah, the whole Kempetai to Renraku Red Samurai pipeline makes perfect sense.
Yeah, make a corporate.
And if you've played Cyberpunk, if you've played Cyberpunk 2077, there was an NPC who basically tells you this entire thing, this entire backstory, as his whole deal. Except he's not he has the good fortune not to be a zombie.
Yeah, if that is good fortune.
He just has the good fortune to have been like abused since he was 9 years old.
Ah, well, that's that's even worse probably.
But he doesn't eat raw meat or human meat.
So from what Gaichu is saying here, there has been some kind of falling out from the proto what's the word I'm looking for? Neo-imperialists and the Megacorps since he was young. Yeah, right, because if you're loyal to the new Empire of Japan, you're not as loyal to the company. Fair enough.
Yep. I mean, Renraku would also it's a balancing act, right? Renraku would need to balance the idea of being Japan against, not idealizing Japan.
Yeah,
if Renraku could take over the entire apparatus of Japan, then nationalism is fine.
Well, that's probably
because you can just make Japan, the idea of Japan, part of the company.
So he got recruited right out of university, as he was expecting, since he was training for this specifically. So presumably,
I mean, it was like Renraku University, right?
Yeah. Although it sounds like he's now saying he kind of went into that life a little early and perhaps hadn't experienced the world enough to kind of.
Well, yes. I mean, they recruited him when he was like 21, if that. Like, I mean, we need to define what university is here. He might have just been recruited when he was 17.
Mm-hmm. We were all so young. And yet those strangers became my new family. Do I ask him about those strangers who became his new family?
Yes.
It is the next dialogue option. That chapter of my life is over and done with, and they are no longer part of my world. Why would you care about any of that?
Third option.
I mean, yes, okay. This game has themes of surrogate family. I accept this. I just don't like Gaichu that much. I'm sorry. I do kind of like him, just not as much as the other characters. Essentially,
I really like Gaichu, so I will make up for that.
All right, we can like him in a normal amount on average. Picking some meat from his claws as he speaks. Secrecy is absolute among the Red Samurai. Fortunately, he's not a Red Samurai anymore. So they're effectively sinless, in fact.
I mean, they're empty cells, right? They're dead cells. They're, they put them in a place and then they activate them and then they go out and they murder people a lot.
I gotta say, I'm glad that most mega corporations in the real world don't have elite terror cell hidden armies.
Yet.
A few of them do, like that one. What's it called? G something. The people who run the private prisons. And anyway,
it does sound horribly isolating.
It does, yeah. Not so good. And he realizes this. Red Samurai units. 5 members, 1 a spellcaster. They train, see who's best at being a commander. Ishida was the commander of his unit.
Don't go through. I want to read this. He was older than the rest of us, and he'd already spent 6 years in the army. All right. Yeah, well, it does seem like people wouldn't be humorous.
Takagawa the smacker and humorist.
All right. I think you did go crazy, but... Sasaki.
That may have been to do with the Gould disease, though. Sasaki, the priestess and mage.
You should not join the elite special forces unit just to prove your family wrong. That is the wrong thing to do. Prove your family right.
Yeah. Well, let's criticize this. Okay. Well, Gaichu would like to, so he's not going to take it. Heavy gunner Aomori.
Seem honest with itself. Alright, yeah, they were fucking. Alright, yeah, and Gaichu was fine with that. I mean, that's gonna happen.
I mean, if he said that, you're not sort of supposed to have any relationships outside the Red Samurai, so presumably it's expected that you have them inside.
Yep.
leeway.
If the unit commit, oh, this is a recipe for fucked up shit.
Yeah, so little cults basically.
Yeah.
But Ishida, the commander, does not seem to have cared in this case. Lastly, there was me.
Yeah, I bet you were the close quarters guy.
He was the guy with the sword.
Your whole shit.
And the ancestral arquebus. Made sure he did it with style.
Yeah, that is true, I guess.
Yeah. So he was a very good red samurai, apparently. I'm getting really mixed feelings from this. Like, he obviously recognized a lot of things about this system were fucked up, but he doesn't particularly seem pleased to have been ripped from it by the magical disease either. They have been disgraced, and I have done unforgivable things, been cast out for good. Elaborate. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's right, though. Don't you think? Like, why would they take a ghoul into the corporate secret super army human only supremacist thing?
Alright, fair.
When they ambush me in Fuku... Also, he's killed 2 of his old squad unit members, so indeed, they won't be going back. Alright. This does seem sad. Yeah. Sorry that happened to you. Wonder how he actually became a ghoul. I have to ask about that at some other point. You mentioned there was something else to look at in here, but I don't see it.
Box of Mentos.
We've already poked around in this, I think, haven't we? Oh, a soapstone statue. There's different things in it. A soapstone statuette and a paper fan. Oh, we've seen the... We have actually seen the paper fan.
Okay.
Sensoji Temple, yes. But the statuette is new. A round-faced bodhisattva. With a bib.
Jizo.
Hey, I've heard of Xitigaba. I don't like these
second off.
No interest in having children. Can you have children as a... Well, probably a private question, that one. Apparently they had a cool temple.
Fondlessly looking sightlessly into the distance. If you do not know what you're looking for, you'll never find it. Most people assume the road it is on is simply a dead end. I recall walking there in the light rain. I could smell the ginkgo and maple leaves in the slight breeze. I would go there and simply sit and let myself be. Whenever I felt the stress of the school was too much for me.
I do think that whoever wrote this guy had fun doing it.
Yes. The small shrines, the moss garden. It does sound nice.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, come on!
Okay, it sounds like a nice place. Yeah.
Did you... Okay.
No, I think that sounds nice. Okay, cool memory box. Yeah, he's got a lot of memories, and a lot of memory-related themes. Gaichu is a guy in the second act of his life, and...
No, he's in the 4th act of a 3-act play.
Well, yeah. But I was like, he's kind of uncertain whether this is really a continuation of his life, although he clearly wants to go on living and will attempt to do so.
He is in the 2nd act of his American life, which is to say there are no 2nd acts of American lives.
Alright. We've chatted various people up. We've learned more about the walled city.
Let's buy a shotgun.
And stuff. Might be able to afford a shotgun. Okay, let's have a look. It's a maybe. Got 1321. I would rather save up for key stuff, but if we're going to buy a gun, this would probably be the time to do it. It's Ermine.
Like, we'll make some money from the next run, right?
Not necessarily very much. We got like 800 from the last one.
Yep.
Alright, so... A room sweeper. Shotgun. Where are the shotguns?
Right there. Up.
You sure it's up rather than...
Isn't it the Cavalier Deputy?
I don't see anything called a Cavalier Deputy by going up. I'm going to go down instead.
Yes. I mean, it's in the middle there.
I'm going to start dragging the scroll bar randomly. Rifle, 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 rifle. They do have a lot of guns for sale. Rifle, rifle, rifle. Shotgun. Okay, yes. The Benelli Raffaello.
Fuck the Raphael.
Mossberg CMDT. And the
Fuck the Mossberg.
Unfortunately, none of the good ones cost 1,500 or 2,500 or even more.
Keep going. There we go. We're back to shit we can afford.
Yeah.
I want to see if the Cavaliero is actually a pistol. It might be actually a pistol.
Cavalier Deputy.
That
is indeed
is.
a pistol, yes. It's a revolver.
God damn.
Medium range. That probably would not be any better than people's existing guns. I think we basically have to wait until after the next run to see if we have enough money for a shotgun. Do you concur?
God damn it.
Everything costs a lot of money, basically. You don't get to buy all that much. I mean, you basically get the money to equip your main character and maybe a little bit of extra stuff.
Look, Hobbit's gun is just such dog shit.
Yeah, but she never needs to use it. She's always got something better to do.
She'll eventually have to use it. There will be a time when we want to Hobbit to do something.
I'm going to save the game because there's at least 2 places to go to from the MTR station here. One of them is the Bollywood thing, I think. And one of them is the plot advancing point of no return plastic face man thing. We don't want to do that one yet, do we?
There's also the man at the end of the dock.
I believe that was a ship captain who would take us out on a boat to do the corporate whistleblowing stuff, so that's also an option. Yeah, so Repulse Bay Hotel to dig up information on Neville Marr, or we go to the docks. I'd quite like to do the Marr blackmail mission. What do you think?
Sure. What do you want to do for team composition?
It's a good question. Okay, who knows anything about movies and the films?
Gobbet, Zarabel.
Do they?
I mean, better than fucking Gaichu. Gaichu doesn't know anything about that.
Well, I'm sure he knows a lot about samurai movies. Actually,
all right, do you want to bring Duncan? Do you think Duncan knows?
I don't know.
I mean, all right, so Duncan's a hot guy, right? I mean, he looks kind of hot.
Kind of.
And he's a hunk.
Possibly
he's a hunk.
Orcs, yeah.
And he's dumb.
He's got muscles.
And we're trying to kidnap, like, a starlet, right?
No, we're trying to blackmail a producer, and if we get the chance to kidnap to recruit a starlet, we'll also do so. But we don't want to kidnap her. We want to persuade her to work.
So we're bringing Duncan. We're bringing Duncan. Is what you're saying. Duncan is going to be the guy who is the hot boy.
Duncan and who we could take it. Do we want to take a chance on not needing decking?
No, I think we will not take a chance to not bring a Zarabel.
Yeah. We managed to get away with it without decking last mission, so there probably will be some this time. And yeah, I don't want to miss out on pay data, so yeah, let's go for
this. Is the classic lineup.
It is. Yep. The new guys can take a night off, have a rest in the basement. Okay, and we don't get to divide up gear until after I hit confirm, do we? So I'll hit that now.
Nope.
To the Repulse Bay Hotel. We went to a hotel just recently for Zarabel's personal mission. But this is a different one.
This feels like a good place to break the episode.
It does, at least once we've managed to load and thus save the game.
Yep. So we'll see you next time.
Repulse Bay.
In the blackmail mission, which is about a guy who survived a car crash in a weird situation, who might be an immortal vampire. So, just hold on to that.
Okay. See you around.